Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be running through the different jobs, skills, abilities, and support functions for the upcoming release of Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Looking at Squire and starting with the abilities, Focus will increase your attack power. Rush will put your shoulder check your enemy, potentially knocking him off a ledge. Stone also has potential to knock back. It's the first basic ranged attack of the game. And then Salve or Heal will remove blind, silence, or poison. Counter Tackle for the reaction skill will use Rush or Dash to shoulder check the enemy back after you've been hit. Support skills, Equip Axe allows you to equip an axe. Beastmaster will unlock hidden abilities for any animals or creatures that are in your party. Defend reduces incoming attack damage. And then JP or Job Point Boost will increase the overall job points that you earn per action. And lastly, Move +1 for the movement ability, which allows you to move an additional square. Chemist is your item using job class, from potions, high potions, ethers, antidotes, eye drops, all the way to Phoenix Downs. For starting class, there's a lot to learn, which will be beneficial throughout the whole game. For a reaction skill, Auto Potion uses potion after being hit. The unique thing about this in the original Tactics is that if you didn't have any basic potions or high potions, it would use an X potion. Or if you didn't have any basic potions but you had high potions, it would use the high potion. It'll be interesting to see if that changes at all with the remaster. Support skills like Throw Item allow you to use an item on somebody that's more than one square away. Safeguard helps with preventing your equipment from being broken, and then Re-equip allows you to change your gear in the midst of battle. For movement abilities, Treasure Hunter, also known as Move Find Item, helps with finding items on the battle maps in certain squares. Some maps have unique finds that you cannot acquire anywhere else. Archer has the Aim skill, which uses a focused attack to deal increased damage. The interesting thing with this skill is that it has been revamped for the remaster, and I don't know exactly how that will affect its use. For Archer's reaction skills, Adrenaline Rush increases the character's speed after taking damage, and Archer's Bane allows you to avoid arrows and crossbow bolts. For support abilities, equip Crossbow on any job, and then Concentration, which means that your attack cannot be evaded, as long as there's an enemy on that tile. And then for movement, Jump +1, which just increases the height that you can move vertically on the map. For knights, they have the ability to break items, such as helmet, armor, shield, weapon, or break their magic, speed, power, or mind. This skill comes in handy quite a bit throughout the game. However, there are times where you don't want to break items because you're better off stealing them to use for yourself. The reaction skill Parry comes in handy quite a bit throughout the early stages of the game, especially with head-on attacks. Knights' support skills allow equipping of armor, shields, and swords on any other job. Black Mage with its elemental magic, fire, thunder, ice. They can also poison, turn somebody into a toad, cast death, and flare. Their reaction skill Magic Counter will cast a spell back at the enemy that hit them. And for a support skill they have Arcane Strength, which increases the user's magic attack rating. White Mage's spells start with Cure, 1 through 4, Raise, 1 and 2, Regen, Protect, 1 and 2, Shell, 1 and 2, Wall, Azuna, and Holy. Their reaction ability, Auto Regen, adds life regen after taking damage. And lastly, their support ability, Magic Defense, reduces magic damage from incoming spells. Monk's punch abilities can be versatile throughout the entire game. Cyclone will hit immediate squares around you as a spin attack. Pummel will hit your designated target up to 9 times. Aura Blast is a short-ranged attack for Monk, whereas Shockwave happens to be a long-distance attack. Doom Fist will add a death sentence timer to the target. Purification can be helpful if you don't have a Chemist or White Mage nearby to remove status effects. Chakra can be very useful as it's similar to Squire's Focus ability. It's a great skill to have to accumulate job points and experience. The skill will also restore some hit points and magic points. And Revive can be useful for when you don't have an available mage or item user. Moving on to reaction abilities, Critical Recover HP. While it may seem helpful to throw on a fragile unit, like mages, I'd rather just keep that unit out of harm's way. Counter allows you to counter strike or hit back at anybody that attacks you, and then First Strike means that you counterattack before they attack you. The support skill Brawler allows you to deliver more powerful unarmed attacks even when you're not Monk. The movement ability Lifont allows you to recover HP when your character moves. Thief's steal abilities are utilized throughout the entire game, the most important ones being the equipment steals such as steel helmet, armor, shield, weapon, and accessory are vitally important when it comes to certain story missions throughout the game. Vigilance puts the character into a defensive stance after taking damage. Gill Snapper will take Gill away from the character that attacked you, and then Sticky Fingers will allow you to catch items that are thrown at you. The support skill Poach is important starting in Act 3 when you can start to poach creatures throughout the land and turn them in the Poacher's Den for items. And for Thieves' movement abilities, Move +2 and Jump +2 can be extremely helpful in increasing the mobility of your party. Time Mage's spells include Haste, Slow, Stop, Immobilize, Float, Reflect, Quick, Gravity, and Meteor. Early to mid-game, Haste, Slow, and Stop are extremely useful in certain battles. Later on, Gravity and Meteor can be game changers in the right scenario. The reaction ability Critical, Quick, makes your turn the next turn in the order. Mana Shield makes it so that you take damage out of your mana pool instead of HP pool. The support skill Swiftness lowers the amount of time or turns that it takes for an ability to execute. And on to my favorite movement skill, Teleport, which has been improved as a part of the remaster. It allows you to try and teleport to any square on the map. And then Levitate, which allows your character to float over the ground, which is useful when you're moving over water. Mystic or Oracle uses Enfeebling Magic to confuse and disrupt the opposing force. Whether it's blinding, stealing magic points, hit points, messing with their faith, turning into undead, silencing them, causing berserk, messing with bravery, confusion, dispel, paralyze, sleep, or petrify. The role can be a versatile addition to your party, whether as a main class or a sub-skill. The reaction ability Absorb MP is really only useful if you have magic cast against you. Defense Boost reduces physical damage taken by a third. As for the movement abilities, Ignore Weather allows you to move through cells that would normally affect your mobility due to weather. Mana Font is something that is especially helpful on mage classes because it allows you to maintain a high magic point pool as long as you move your character. Geomancer skills can be difficult to understand because each one requires that the target be on a specific type of terrain in order to use a certain spell. As for the reaction ability Nature's Wrath, it allows you to use geomancy skills back upon the attacker. The support skill Attack Boost can be used to increase physical damage of other jobs. The movement ability Ignore Terrain allows you to move unimpeded through watery areas. And Lava Walking allows you to stand on or walk over lava tiles. While the Dragoon's jump skills are useful, only 2 of the skills need to be learned in order to cover the entire area. Horizontal Jump 8 and Vertical Jump 8 will cover all of the ones that are below it, so don't bother learning the short ones, just learn Horizontal Jump 8 and Vertical 8, and that's all you need. For the reaction skill, Dragonheart, you'll cast Re-Raise on yourself after having taken damage. The support skill Equip Polearms allows equipping of polearms on other jobs, and the movement ability Ignore Height is my favorite movement ability of the game. I've used it more than any other movement skill available. Orator or Mediator is a niche class because it really only utilizes one skill efficiently, and that skill is Entice, which you use to invite enemies or creatures to your party. Reaction skill Earplugs blocks speechcraft from other mediating characters. Equip Guns does exactly that. Tame allows you to force a critically wounded creature to become your ally, and Beast Tongue allows you to talk to creatures on other jobs. The Summoner's spells to either buff the party or do large area damage to enemies can be useful in many situations. There is one spell that you can't learn using job points, and that is the Zodiac Summon, which must be cast upon you by the final boss of the Dark Dungeon. Not only does it have to be cast upon you, but you have to survive the hit. For the Summoner's reaction skill, it allows you to recover your MP pool when you go critical from being hit. The support skill Half MP is fantastic when used in conjunction with Mana Font, Mystic's Move Recover MP skill. Samurai's draw abilities deal area of effect damage around the character. The only spell, or the only skill that doesn't, is Kiku Ichi Moju and can be cast several squares away. Samurai's reaction skill Bone Crusher will deal damage equal to your own maximum hit points when critically wounded. Shira Hodori, or Blade Grasp, is one of the most overpowered skills in the game. It drastically reduces the chance of being hit by a melee attack from any direction. The support skill Equip Katana does exactly what it says, and then Double-Handed or Two Hands allows you to hold any weapon with two hands, in turn increasing your damage output. Swim ability allows you to act even when in deep water. Ninja has a unique ability to throw melee weapons at targets, and this job class also has the unique ability to dual-wield weapons. The reaction skill Vanish allows the character to become invisible, and Reflexes increases your physical and magic evade rates. The support skill Dual Wield makes it so that any character can use two weapons at the same time, and the job's movement skill allows you to walk on water. Arithmatician or Calculator uses mathematical algorithms to determine its attack. For example, prime numbers, if the calculation or the algorithm hits 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and so on, any character on the map that has that calculated number will take damage based on what's cast. For the reaction skills Cup of Life, when your hit points are restored over your maximum, the excess will be distributed to your allies. With Soulbind, it'll split the damage taken with the attacker. Its support ability, XP Boost, will give you more experience for certain actions. And then lastly, it has the movement abilities to move and get experience or move and get job points. The songs available to Bard are Seraph Song, which restores your MP, Life Anthem, which restores your HP, Rousing Melody, which increases everyone's speed, Battle Chant, which increases physical attacks, Magical Refrain, which increases magic attacks, and Nameless Song, which will add buffs to your party such as Re-Raise, Regen, Protect, Shell, and Haste. Finale, when completed, will bring all of your allies up to the top of the turn list. The reaction skill Magic Boost increases your magic attack after an HP loss. Faith Boost will increase your magic attack after taking magic damage. For the movement abilities, Move +3 and Fly are great options to choose from to increase your party's mobility. Dancer's abilities are used to damage enemies in many different ways. Witch Hunt reduces magic points, Mincing Minuet reduces hit points, Slow Dance reduces the enemy's speed, Polka lowers the enemy's attack power, Heathen Frolic lowers enemy's magic attack power, Forbidden Dance inflicts status effects upon the enemy, Last Waltz will move the enemy's turns to the bottom of the list, Reaction ability Fury increases physical attack power after an HP loss, Bravery Boost increases bravery after a physical attack, and similar to Bard, movement abilities of Jump +3 and Fly, which increases mobility of the party. And finally we come to Mime, which has no innate abilities other than to mimic other characters' actions. That is going to cover it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want to see more content in the future, give me a like and don't forget to hit subscribe. See you soon for more gaming related content.